Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Former Lakers guard announces retirement after long career. The Los Angeles Lakers have seen plenty of players come through their historic organization over the years. Sometimes players will stay for a long time while others just pop in to wear the purple and gold for a short time. One player who didn't spend too much time with Los Angeles is point guard Augustin. Despite this, he is part of the Lakers family forever. Augustin just announced his retirement from basketball after playing in the NBA for 14 seasons. He only played 21 games with Los Angeles, but the Lakers are part of his long basketball journey. Augustin was originally drafted by the Charlotte Hornets back in the 2008 NBA draft. He attended the University of Texas for college and was part of the first-team All-Big 12 team in 2008. He used this to be taken with the 9th overall pick as Charlotte saw him as their future point guard. Augustin recorded 12 points and 2 assists in 25 minutes in his NBA debut. He averaged 11.8 points and 3.5 assists per game during his rookie season in the league. The guard spent a few seasons with the Bobcats before joining the Indiana Pacers in 2012. He spent 1 year with Indiana before the Toronto Raptors. Augustin spent time with the Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons, Denver Nuggets, and Oklahoma City Thunder between 2013 to 2016. He then landed with the Orlando Magic, where he spent the next few seasons. After his time with the Magic, Augustin headed to the Milwaukee Bucks, Houston Rockets, and eventually the Lakers. With Los Angeles, he averaged 5.3 points, 1.3 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game. The journeyman shot 42.6% from beyond the three-point line with the Lakers. Los Angeles didn't make the playoffs with Augustin on the roster and didn't return the following season. He landed with the Rockets again but never logged a game. Augustin was waiting to see if another offer came in, but it never did, so he decided to call his career quits. Despite never making an all-star team or winning a title, Augustin put together a nice career for himself. Spending 14 years in the NBA isn't easy to do, and he became known as a solid backup point guard in the league. He averaged 9.5 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game over 976 games played. How J.J. Redick made one change to the Lakers' rotation that may further unlock the offense. Despite bringing back the majority of last season's team, the Lakers are a work in progress this season. A vastly different offense under a first-time head coach means a figuring-out process will need to take place in the opening weeks. Part of that includes J.J. Redick figuring out his rotations. After finding some success early in the season with his lineups, the Lakers hit a wall and adjustments had to be made. In Friday's win in Toronto, Redick greatly altered his rotations. The two areas where the Lakers were hemorrhaging the most points came at the end of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. Along the same lines, D'Angelo Russell was also struggling, often appearing as a guard alongside LeBron James to open second units. Redick's change against the Raptors involved swapping Austin Reeves and D'Lo in those lineups, allowing D'Lo to finish first and third quarters alongside Anthony Davis and pairing Austin Reeves and LeBron James to start second and fourth quarters, a pair that has always had lots of chemistry. Some of it was trying to get the ball in D'Lo's hands a little bit more as a creator with AD, Redick said after the win. And then the flip side of that with AR and LeBron, those guys have a really good chemistry and play really well together. Super smart players. I felt like that group, at times in the previous 5 games, have been a little unorganized and we felt like that could get us organized. First half, it was phenomenal, the way the two rotations went. We'll obviously look and see what we could do better in the second half. Likely not coincidentally, D'Lo had his best game of the season against the Raptors. He scored 19 points on 7-13 shooting and, for basically the first time this season, closed the game with some clutch shot making. While Reeves struggled, that could be partially chalked up to injury. He also has a lot of built-in goodwill alongside LeBron with a long track record of success together. "It was good," Reeves said. "It was really good. We were able to generate some shots. Like I said, we had slippage in the second half. But in the first half, the change in the rotation looked good from my perspective. The change is far bigger one for DLO, who was not used to playing for much of the first quarter. On Friday, he played until the 1:54 mark of the first period to stay in alongside AD before being replaced by Reeves instead of Gabe Vincent, which has been the normal substitution. The timing was more something that I'm just not used to, playing a little longer," Russell said. "Every team I've been on, I've always been the first guy out and go back, that type of thing. It's just different. It is what it is. I'm all about coach's trial and error with whatever he's doing. I'm fully bought into what's going on here. AD played well, LeBron was nice, that's all that matters. The sample size will need to be larger before any grand takeaways can be solidified. But the early signs point to both a positive change and, perhaps more importantly, a coach willing to quickly change and adjust." Report: Jaylen Hood-Schifino has drawn interest from Utah Jazz. The Los Angeles Lakers used a first-round pick on Jaylen Hood-Schifino back in the 2023 NBA draft, but he has yet to establish himself as an NBA-caliber player. He averaged just 1.6 points per game on 22.2% shooting from the field and 13.3% from three-point range across 21 games played as a rookie, and he hasn't appeared in any of Los Angeles' 6 games thus far in the 2024-25 regular season. With the Lakers recently deciding to decline Hood-Schifino's third-year option, his value would appear to be low right now, but according to Jake Fisher of Bleacher Report, the Utah Jazz have expressed interest in the youngster. He will be playing in the G League this year, and he'll have plenty of opportunity to showcase himself, both in the G League in general and at the G League Showcase when the entire league descends upon Orlando in December, Fisher said. Atlanta had an interest in him in that talk with DeJounte Murray last year. Utah, I believe, has shown interest in him. What makes the timing of Fisher's report especially interesting is the Lakers have been linked to Jazz big man Walker Kessler lately. "It's a really good question," The Athletic's Jovan Buha said when asked to name realistic trade targets for the Lakers ahead of the trade deadline. I think we need more time to kind of see which guys become available. I think Walker Kessler is a name that the Lakers have been interested in. That, I think, would make a lot of sense and would allow you to either start a too-big look or, probably more realistically, bring him off the bench and then play two big shifts and then in certain matchups close with two bigs, him and AD, Anthony Davis, obviously. However, Sam Amick of The Athletic indicated that the Jazz wouldn't be interested in trading Kessler to the Lakers for a trade package centered around guard D'Angelo Russell and draft capital, possibly complicating things. While our Jovan Buha recently reported the Lakers have interest in Kessler, a Jazz source indicated the possible framework of a deal, D'Angelo Russell and multiple first-round picks, would not be of interest, Amick wrote. As noted above, though, there could be other Lakers iterations that might be of more interest. While Hood-Schifino has underperformed in the NBA to this point, it's too early in his career to label him as a draft bust. He's still quite young, as he's 21 years old and won't turn 22 until the month of June. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jaylen Hood-Schifino? Leave your opinion in the comments.